At noon, the FBI has now joined the search for a missing Sauk County teen and gave his family lie detector tests. And former President Trump returns to the campaign trail after facing charges in Washington, D.C. What's next in the case? You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. Let's head right out to the Weather Center. Our weather patio, that is. Meteorologist Jacob Madison is look at our first warn forecast.
Thanks, Mark. Conditions today pretty similar to yesterday, maybe slightly cooler, but just as sunny and temperatures not far off. We look at the current temperatures across our area right now. A lot of places in the lower 80s or upper 70s. It's not quite as humid today, so it feels a little bit better, but still very similar to the last couple of days. Now, if we look at the current wind, we aren't seeing a ton of wind right now, with some areas up to 15 miles per hour, but other areas are registering as calm. Overall, there is a little bit of a breeze out here, but it's not taking away too much from the temperatures and not really cooling things off. Looking at the forecast for this afternoon, we're going to see high temperatures in the mid-80s with partly sunny skies, and generally will be pretty warm. As for the current radar, very dry across southern Wisconsin, but if looking further out, there's a low pressure system that's kind of spinning up across the western Dakotas, and that will move into our area and strengthen, possibly even bring in some severe weather. And we have an alert day on Sunday for the possibility of severe weather. We could see high winds, hail, heavy rain, and even an isolated tornado is possible. This is mostly for Sunday afternoon and evening. I'll talk more in detail about this coming up a bit later in the show, but the good news is that it does look like, for the most part, Saturday will be dry with maybe some rain later in the day. So it's not going to be a complete washout this weekend, but Sunday, there's the chance for severe weather. I'll have more details later in the show.
All right, we'll check back. Thanks, Jacob. New today, Marshall police have released the name of the man charged with shooting at officers Wednesday night. 21-year-old Jeremy Wills is charged with attempted first-degree homicide, robbery, battery, carrying a concealed weapon, and more. Online records show he has yet to be formally charged in court. Wills is accused of fighting a clerk at Caps and Cork liquor store near Highway 19 Wednesday night. When police tried to arrest him, he ran and shot at officers. He was later found in a residential area and taken into custody. Right now, Columbia County deputies continue to searching for a swimmer who went missing in the Wisconsin River in Portage. Officials received a call just before 4 yesterday for two swimmers who went under the water and didn't resurface. Rescuers searched the area and found one of the swimmers' bodies around 7 o'clock last night. Further details have not been released. New at noon, investigators have revealed the FBI gave lie detector tests to relatives of a Sauk County teen who's been missing since July 12th. 13-year-old James Yablonsky's father reported him missing from his family home in Reedsburg. About 3 hours before William Yablonsky reported his son missing, deputies found the family's van abandoned in the nearby town of Sumter. The teen took his father's cell phone, and a ping led sheriff's deputies to search Devil's Lake State Park, where they found a makeshift campsite. Sauk County detectives say the FBI joined the search 2 weeks ago and have been giving lie detector tests to family members and potential witnesses. Donald Trump headlines an Alabama Republican Party dinner tonight, his first official campaign event since pleading not guilty to 4 felony charges in Washington, D.C. The charges are related to the January 6th Capitol attack and what prosecutors call a sweeping scheme to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Natalie Brand has the latest.
Former President Trump returns to the campaign trail Friday, one day after his historic arraignment in Washington, D.C. on charges he plotted to overturn the 2020 election.
This is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America.
He briefly addressed reporters after the hearing, where he pleaded not guilty to the 4 counts, including conspiracy to defraud the United States and conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. The judge said that charge alone could carry a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. Outside the courthouse, crowds of protesters and supporters line the sidewalk, along with a heavy police presence just blocks from the U.S. Capitol. Trump is facing charges related to January 6th. Hundreds of others who were charged in connection with the Capitol attack have already received sentences for their involvement.
The government conducted an investigation, has arrested over 1,000 individuals who breached the Capitol and participated in the riot.
Former federal prosecutor Scott Frederickson expects a key strategy for Trump's defense team will be to delay the case as much as possible.
you know, they have a legitimate basis. This is not an uncomplicated case. It's one of the most important cases ever filed, and they want and need time to prepare.
The next hearing date is set for later this month, just 5 days after the first GOP primary debate in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Trump, who is the front runner in the Republican presidential race, has suggested he might skip this month's debate. Wisconsin Attorney General is staying tight-lipped about whether there is a state investigation into Donald Trump. Josh Kaul told reporters this week he is monitoring the federal case against the former president on charges of trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Meanwhile, Michigan's Attorney General is moving forward with charges against 16 Republicans who served as fake electors in that state. Kaul said he's aware of that decision, but again, declined to comment on whether we'll see charges against any co-conspirators here in Wisconsin. He told reporters, quote, "For states, including Wisconsin, those who committed crimes with the goal of overturning the results of the election should be held accountable." Researchers at MIT say they have a new tool to detect breast cancer in people considered high risk. The device is a flexible patch that can be attached to bra cups. It allows the wearer to move an ultrasound tracker along the patch and view the breast tissue from different angles. It ultimately gives patients a higher survival rate.
We are sort of decreasing the need of the mammography as well as enhancing the patient comfort and user-friendly interface for any high-risk woman.
Breast tumors that develop in between regularly scheduled mammograms, known as interval cancers, account for up to 30% of all breast cancer cases. These tumors tend to be more aggressive than those found during routine scans. A panel of independent experts that advise the CDC says all infants under 8 months of age should get a new antibody shot to protect against severe RSV. Nirsevimab is the first product available to protect all newborns against RSV. The FDA approved it for newborns last month. The panel also recommended certain infants ages 8 to 19 months get a second dose of the injection to help them through their second RSV season. That's if they have underlying health issues that put them at higher risk for hospitalization. UW Health Kids will offer sports physical exams for uninsured high school athletes next week free of charge. The WIAA requires high school athletes to complete a physical exam before the first day of practice. The exams will be held on August 9th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Access Community Health Center. That's at 2202 South Park Street in Madison. No pre-registration is required, but students should check in the correct alphabetical group. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, including another chance to become an instant billionaire tonight. Plus, Adidas reveals its earnings from a popular brand of sneaker. That's next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Save big on your painting projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Ultra is a paint and primer in one that provides a clean, durable finish. A gallon of Ultra Flat interior paint and primer is only $19.29 after rebate. Save time on your painting project with Paramount Paint and Primer in one. It's a super premium paint that provides a durable and washable protective shield, offering the most advanced protection in just one coat. A gallon of Paramount interior paint is just $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this
all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello. One visit permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Bodies summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Which hotel? Somebody say which hotel? I'm great at this. Dance your faves in the spa-like bathroom. Or enjoy local craft beers with breathtaking views at the Cambria. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Tonight, there's another opportunity to win a $1 billion lottery prize. The Mega Millions jackpot shot up to over $1.2 billion after there was no winning ticket that matched all 6 numbers sold for Tuesday's drawing. The cash option is $625 million. More than 91,000 Hyundai and Kia vehicles have been recalled. Federal regulators say the electric oil pump assembly could overheat, increasing the risk of a fire. The recall impacts some late-model Hyundai Palisade SUVs, Tucson, Sonata, Elantra, and Kona vehicles. Owners are advised to park outside and away from structures until the repair is complete. And German sportswear company Adidas hauled in $437 million from the first release of its Yeezy sneakers after ending its partnership with the rapper formerly known as Kanye West. The company cut ties with the hip-hop star after he made anti-Semitic and offensive comments. A second batch of Yeezys went on sale this week. Part of the proceeds will go to the Anti-Defamation League and other anti-hate groups. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Erica Brown.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is up 278 points. The NASDAQ up 151. The S&P 500 up 33. Some hot and cold news in the latest jobs report this summer. The economy added fewer workers than expected, but hiring still continues its steady march against inflation pressures. Overall, 187,000 jobs were added in the month of July, just shy of expectations, while revised numbers show hiring was weaker in June and May. The unemployment rate dipped to 3.5%. That's near a record low. Average hourly wages also increased 4.4% over the last 12 months, which could raise eyebrows at the Federal Reserve. Despite those wage bumps, a CBS News poll conducted last week found the majority of working Americans say their pay is not keeping pace with rising prices. We'll have today's egg prices coming up next, plus Jacob returns with a look at the weekend forecast. And then today on Live at 4, we'll meet one of the stars of the Broadway musical Six, now on stage at Overture.
Fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. It's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I heard it was Good Vibes Only Friday.
Come vibe with Jay Ellis.
Oh my God, them abs. Ooh.
Plus,
it's already been named one of the best podcasts in the country by the New York Times.
The host of Vibe Check.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is out of the radio barn today. She'll be back on Monday, so here are your farm numbers. Well, scientists announced a grim milestone this month. The world's oceans hit the hottest average temperature ever recorded. CBS's Ian Lee has more on why that's so alarming and what it means.
Heat waves plaguing the planet are sweeping through our seas. Scientists from Europe recently recorded the hottest ever average ocean temperature, just shy of 70 degrees.
Personally, I'm really concerned. The heat waves that we're experiencing on land and the marine heat waves that we're seeing are happening in unusual locations where we haven't expected them.
The world's warming waters threaten to melt the ice caps, destroy coral reefs, and kill marine life, like plankton. The tiny plants and animals create the base of the ocean's food chain. They produce around 50% of the Earth's oxygen. That's every second breath you take, but they're sensitive to heat.
People's perspective is that the ocean, it's so big, it's so vast that it can buffer, anything that humanity can throw at it. And the reality is that's not the case.
The effects are also being felt in the United States. Water temperatures off the tip of South Florida hit a record-setting 101 degrees for 2 straight days last week, threatening local coral and sea life. Scientists also warned the warming oceans could trigger more extreme weather, like strong storms, devastating droughts, and fierce floods. Ian Lee, CBS News.
And scientists say there is still time to slow down the crisis, but only if we move quickly to reduce our dependency on fossil fuels. An alert day for severe weather has been issued for this Sunday. Jacob's back with the complete forecast.
Thanks, Mark. And here are the details of that alert day. We are putting it in effect for all of southern Wisconsin. High winds, hail, heavy rain, possibly even an isolated tornado or two will be possible. And then this is for the Sunday afternoon and evening time frame. Now, looking at the three things you need to know, it is going to be warm again tomorrow, and then the chance of storms for Sunday. They're really going to begin late Saturday through early Monday, but there will be dry points in between. And then for the most part, it's going to be pretty comfortable for next week with mild temperatures, but not going to be too hot at all. Now, looking at the forecasted lows for tonight, it's going to be a bit cooler tonight than it has been the last couple of nights, with lows in the lower 60s. Areas up to the north may drop into the 50s. Also up near La Crosse, it may stay around 70 degrees. So still fairly mild, but a little bit cooler than the last couple of nights. And tomorrow will be a bit cooler than the last couple of days, with highs in the mid to lower 80s rather than the mid to upper 80s that we've been seeing. Now, looking at current radar, we aren't seeing anything on radar as of now, but we do have the chance for severe weather for Sunday. This is the SPC outlook for Sunday, with a slight risk for far southeastern Wisconsin and a marginal risk for areas just to the north and west of the area. This may upgrade, so we'll keep everyone updated on the changing conditions. But here's what it looks like for right now. We are going to remain dry for much of the day tomorrow. It is possible that even from until sunset will still be dry, with much of the rain moving into our area overnight Saturday and into Sunday. But by Sunday afternoon and evening, we are likely going to see some widespread storms. Now, the rain will likely be not as widespread as this, but it likely will contain some pretty strong thunderstorms that will produce some heavy rainfall. Now, the rain looks to clear out of our area by Monday morning, maybe even lingering into the afternoon, but this will mostly be Sunday afternoon and evening, and at least that's when the heaviest rain will occur. So as far as the precipitation totals go, a lot of this is dependent on where the thunderstorms pop and which areas see the most rainfall. But over an inch of rain, possibly up to 1.5 inches and 2 inches, is definitely possible. You know, the storms we saw actually a week ago from today produce up to 3 to 4 inches for some locations. So that's definitely possible with these storms, maybe a little bit less, but definitely going to see some much needed rainfall for much of our area. And like I mentioned, although we are going to see a lot of rain on Sunday, it looks like Saturday will be dry for the most part, with temperatures not too bad. So I would encourage people to definitely enjoy the weather. Still going to be a little bit warm, so maybe just still get some plenty of water, maybe take breaks from outside, but it's not going to be as high as it was last week or the last couple of days. Sunday, although we're going to see the rain, we also are going to see temperatures drop, and the cooler temperatures will continue for much of next week. So the rain will continue into early Monday, maybe even to the early afternoon, but by the evening Monday we're going to be dry. But those temperatures are going to remain very consistent for much of next week, with highs right around 80 degrees really through next weekend. And we also do have a few other chances of rainfall Wednesday night and Thursday, as well as to begin the following week. So I would definitely encourage people to enjoy the weather next week. I'm not sure how many people enjoy the cooler temperatures. I know me and you like the cooler temperatures, but I'm looking forward to next week. There's not really a big heat wave in the foreseeable future, so we may get pretty lucky. Possibly we're done with these, considering it is August, and by the time we get to September, they're less and less likely. Maybe that's a bit optimistic, but it's looking pretty good for the foreseeable future.
For August, not bad at all.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob, thank you. The powerful heat waves Americans are experiencing this summer are hitting one group particularly hard: runners. Some runners are changing how they run to adapt as heat waves like this become more common. Marathon runners are being advised to acclimatize their bodies to the heat. That means exercising in higher temperatures for 10 to 14 days ahead of a race so the body adjusts.
Making sure that you run with some kind of water or sports drink so that you are hydrating along the way. By the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Doctors also suggest you bring a phone when you run so you can call for help if you start experiencing heat stroke. Warning signs for heat stroke include dizziness, headache, and confusion. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to a diner that serves the best cinnamon toast. It's not just good, it's downright memorable.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Hi, I'm Daryl from Little America.
Blake and his cousin Connor are here with their families from Madison today. What's your favorite ride? Connor's older sister, Cassie, told me her favorite is the go-karts. Mom loves that she can bring a picnic basket, and Dad enjoys miniature golf. There's fun for the whole family at Little America, where big fun is only a few miles away.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. I've been telling everyone, the secret to great teeth is having healthy gums.
Crest Advanced Gum Restore detoxifies below the gum line and restores by helping heal gums in as little as 7 days. Crest.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Back in college, there was a little diner at the edge of town that was always packed for breakfast. Besides having killer omelets that were practically the size of my head, they were also known for their homemade cinnamon bread that was thick cut and toasted on their griddle. Well, they made theirs from scratch. We've come up with an easy shortcut version that's cinnamony delicious. Ours starts out by unrolling a tube of refrigerated French bread dough onto a cutting board. You want to do this gently so you end up with a rectangle, like this. Next, we brush this with some melted butter and sprinkle on a generous amount of cinnamon sugar. On top of that, we add some raisins, or if you prefer, dried cranberries, cherries, or you can mix and match your favorites. Now we roll this up and place it in a loaf pan and let it sit at room temperature to rise for a bit before we bake it off. After it cools slightly, we drizzle it with a quick throw-together vanilla glaze. Now it's ready to enjoy as is, or you can butter it up and toast it on a griddle like I remember. Either way, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. You can get our shortcut recipe for cinnamon swirl raisin bread online. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a memory-making way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Try it.
Let's check back now with Jacob. One final check of the forecast.
Thanks, Mark. The severe weather outlook for Sunday has a slight risk for far southeastern Wisconsin, marginal risk for areas to the north and west, and the marginal risk is included for all of Dane County. Now, this could increase over the next few days before we actually see the severe weather, so we'll keep you updated on changing conditions. Now, looking at the weekend forecast, Saturday is going to be dry for the most part, possibly some storms later in the day, but likely not going to enter our area until overnight Saturday. But then Sunday, showers and storms are likely, heavy rain at times, and I already mentioned there's the chance for severe weather. We have that alert day for Sunday, and the rain could also continue into early Monday. Beyond that, we're looking fairly dry for Tuesday and most of Wednesday, rain Wednesday night into Thursday, and for the most part, temperatures are going to be consistent for next week with highs near 80.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.